Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome to Survivor Series. It's finally time for me and Straight Edge, Raw and SmackDown, to go head to head for the very first time in this series. And the winner of this, remember, gets number 30 in the Royal Rumble. So not only are we doing this for bragging rights between the pair of us, we're also doing it for that number 30 spot. And there's also the caveat of the Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Let's get straight into it. Oh, what a way to start, Straight Edge. What a way to start.
You cannot get any better than this. We are kicking things off with the WWE Champion versus the Universal Champion. It is Drew McIntyre facing off against Keith Lee. And you can see Drew McIntyre here from the blue brand SmackDown, hoping to get one over on the Raw brand here today. We are battling it out against one another here for this monumental pay-per-view. It's the first time that me and Bragster have got together since the WWE draft 4 weeks ago. Bragster, are you looking forward to it?
Oh, massively. I cannot wait to kick your ass. I really cannot wait to kick your ass. It's going to be bittersweet for you. Straight Edge! Straight Edge!
Yes.
Bask in his glory. It is Keith Lee, that is right, the Universal Champion, the man that beat Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to get that Universal Championship around his waist. And let's be honest, if you think I am arrogant, this man knows how good he is. He's no one can stand in this man's way. Absolutely nobody. You must bask in his glory, and he's going to make sure that Drew McIntyre basks in his glory. And here we go. That's right. Yeah. We have started it off. There we go. Oh, Keith Lee! No. Keith Lee! Oh! Oh, Straight Edge, did you for a little split second there really worry?
I'm worrying right now.
Keith Lee to the top rope. You don't see this very often. Oh, I thought he was going to do the splash, but Drew McIntyre managing to avoid things there and annoyingly get back in control.
He's going to get back in control. He's going to beat Keith Lee. He's got the prowess. Look at this man. He's got absolutely everything. He's quick, he's agile, and he's got a mean kick on him as well. And that is the reason why he's our WWE Champion. And this is where he's going to be literally taking it to Mr. Lee right now.
I mean, you say that, but Keith Lee going through two stalwarts of WWE in Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Two linchpins, and Keith Lee managed to beat them. He didn't look out of place, and not only did he not look out of place, he ended up winning that matchup. And remember, Drew McIntyre has lost to both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns in the past. So if Keith Lee can beat them both, then surely he can beat Drew McIntyre.
I get where you're coming from, but this is a total different kettle of fish. This is the vision that is Drew McIntyre. Look at that right hand going into the head. Possible concussion already there for Keith Lee. There we go. You can see
no concussion for Keith Lee as he lifts up Drew McIntyre with ease. Absolute ease, Straight Edge. Your champion is nothing. Absolutely nothing compared to Keith Lee.
He is, I'll tell you what though, Keith Lee, he is so agile, he's so versatile with all his moves as well. He's the only 350-pound man that I know who can do a moonsault from the top rope.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature, an absolute freak of nature. Whereas you look at Drew McIntyre and he is as we see the agility there. Go on, he's done the splash to Drew. 2. Oh. No. I thought that was it. Oh, remember. Not the 5th of November. No, remember the fact that whoever wins the most of these 5 matches, the Money in the Bank is completely separate. Whoever wins when all the champions are facing each other and the 4v4, the most matches there. That's a future shock. What?
Yes,
No, we'll end up getting number 30 in the Royal Rumble.
You know what's coming next.
Avoid it, Keith. Keith, avoid it. Avoid it, Keith. Keith.
1-0 to SmackDown.
Yes, Keith. Come on, Keith. Come on, Keith. Don't you forget about Keith.
Oh,
no,
that was the beginning and the end there. Top rope, elbow drop to the heart of Keith Lee there.
I was really worried, and the worry right there is set in stone. And Straight Edge, I told you beforehand I was going to have an announcement. This is the announcement. Any champions that lose their matchups will have to defend their title on Raw before the Royal Rumble in open challenges.
Wow. What an announcement.
So if you fail Raw, your championship is in jeopardy immediately. You don't get any time to celebrate. You don't get any time to rest. You'll be in trouble. As Drew's actually pinning Keith Lee now to...
Come on.
Keith Lee's out. There we go. Come on, Keith.
It's going to be such a shame that you're going to have all of your champions defend their championships because, as you all know, as all of the viewers know, SmackDown has not got the bragging rights at all since we started this universe mode. But this is where it counts. It is the Survivor Series pay-per-view where SmackDown versus Raw go off against one another. And we're going to pick up a clean slate for the blue brand here as Keith Lee once again goes to the top rope and another splash.
Pin him, Keith! Pin him, Keith!
That must take the wind out of you.
Oh, it will do. It will do. The Keith is a monster of a man, as we keep saying. He's throwing Drew with absolute ease yet again. Keith, although he's been on the back foot for the majority of this match, you don't see the fact that you don't see any element. Ooh.
Only a 1 count.
You don't see the confidence fading from Keith Lee, despite the fact that he's been on the back foot for the majority of this match. Zero confidence has gone out of this man. There's power bombing. Drew McIntyre there. Oh, this is beautiful from Keith. Although Drew's getting back into this, and I don't like to see that.
What a banger to start off this Survivor Series pay-per-view. Look at
what
Drew McIntyre. Look at him, 350 pounds up in the air, down to the ground. Wow, mama.
Yeah, Keith is not in
and
a
here we
good
go
way
again.
here.
You can see this again. He's just dragging him around like a rag doll into the top turnbuckle. Could that be enough?
No, surely not. Surely not, and it's not. But you got to remember, Keith Lee was in a match this past week on Raw, whereas Drew McIntyre's had some time off. He's had time to recover. So could that match midweek actually be feeling the effects? Could Keith Lee be feeling those effects in this matchup? And maybe that's why he's on the back foot so much this early on. As Keith, he's got him up. Go on. Big Bang Catastrophe. Come on, Keith. 1, 2... Oh, I thought that was it! I thought that was it! I thought Keith had done it!
Arguing with the referee.
Come on! Come on, Keith! Come on, Keith!
Oh, this is the
beginning of the end. Is it a spirit bomb? Is it a spirit bomb?
Come on, Drew!
Spirit bomb! Pin him, Keith! Pin him! You've got him! You've got him at your peril! Keith, come on, Keith!
Come on! Come on! Reverse! Reverse! Reverse!
Oh, Keith!
Reverse.
He's tossing Drew McIntyre around, and for the first time in this matchup,
yes, Drew. Come on,
Keith
Drew.
Lee looks on top, but Drew's getting back into the
Claymore out of nowhere. No.
This could be it. The Claymore out of nowhere. You called it. You called it. The great ref. 1, 2, 3, and the Claymore out of nowhere. Called by the general manager of SmackDown himself. And the WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre, defeats the Universal Champion, Keith Lee.
More importantly, SmackDown 1, Raw 0. Drew McIntyre, what a man. Claymore out of nowhere. I called it like I said. And Keith Lee, look at that. He has done Raw bad there. Congratulations, Drew McIntyre. And that music could only mean one thing. It is Imperium here. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They're ready and willing to try and make it 2 out of 2 for SmackDown. You just saw an absolute
they were a lot more motivated. They were a lot more energetic.
We're not gonna brush past what that is there. You can see here the generic entrance. They are all pumped up. They are ready. They've not got Volta by their side.
And here are the Usos with an equally generic entrance. The Usos, the bloodline, managing to beat the New Day. And as Straight Edge was saying a second ago, the monumental matchup that started the night. What a matchup between Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee. 2 very evenly matched individuals. You could see that they were both on the brink of victory. And it was literally whoever could catch the other one off guard first. And it happened to be Drew McIntyre. But the Usos are going to bring it home for Raw. Usos, 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 Usos. Here we go.
Yours is a lot easier to chant. I can't chant Imperium, Imperium, Imperium.
Go on, mate. Try it. Try and get it to catch. I don't think the crowd are going to do it, but try and get the crowd to catch on.
I tell you what, when I'm at a WWE live event next, I'll be the only one doing that.
Oh, the Usos.
Oh, what's he doing?
Jimmy's up to the top rope. He's gone down. Oh, that was brutal.
Oh, that
was
isn't good.
Brutal.
His back must be in 2.
See, this is what the Usos did non-stop to the New Day. They literally didn't let the New Day rest and just kept piling on the pressure. It didn't matter if the New Day were in position ready for the next move or not. They just did it anyway. And you're seeing it here early on with the Usos. They are keeping that relentlessness up. It's brilliant to see.
And whereas we've got, oh Christ, Imperium, they won the Tag Team Championships on week number 1 of SmackDown, beating the Alpha Academy and the Dirty Dogs in a TLC match. So they've not actually pinned anyone for the Tag Team Championship. So this is really their first test as a tag team to possibly pick up a victory in the old-fashioned way from the 1, 2, 3. But you can see outside the ring, I don't know who it is. Is it Jay? Is it Jimmy? He's certainly doing a number on Eichner there, but the countouts doesn't matter. It will be a draw.
Look at the hothead go! Look at the hothead go! He's getting the crowd going. Jay, who doesn't actually have Sami Zayn at ringside. They had Sami Zayn at ringside for their matchup, although Sami did not get involved, despite Xavier Woods attacking him during that matchup. He didn't get involved whatsoever. So there's a Boston Crab there by Jay, piling on the pressure.
Oh,
come on! This is great teamwork here by the Usos.
This is now turned into a tornado tag match by the looks of things.
Go on, Jay! He's picking up the pin.
Don't know what he's doing.
Ooh. That was a bit nervy for you, wasn't it? Fabian Eichler has not managed to leave this ring just yet. The Usos managed to tag in and out so far, but Fabian Eichler is on his own, although he is turning the tables here on Jey Uso. So maybe the tides are starting to turn in this one, Straight Edge.
It only takes one move, but as you can see on the front foot once again, Jey Uso, you can see it here. Is the super kick going to come? Yes, it does. Oh no. Is this the beginning of the end? We don't want to lose a match. We really don't want to lose a match. But we just need Marcel Bartel to come into play. There we go.
This could be the opportunity.
Attack there. And here we go. Here he is. Bartel into the ring. And can we
springboard! Oh. You don't see that from Imperium very often. Just a 1 count. But is that the mind games coming into play here? The Usos taking Imperium to their territory rather than the other way around. And that's the backbreaker right there. Marcel Barthel taking it to Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso, sorry. Jay's in trouble. That's the finish.
Here we go.
Jay's in a lot of trouble. And it's just a 1 count. Come on. Come on, the Usos.
I thought that we'd done that then. I thought that SmackDown made it 2 out of 2.
Not with these two. No way, Jose. The Usos constantly have each other's back. They're always ready. When you go for the pinfall on the other, they are always ready to break it up. And I just don't know if Imperium have the chemistry that the Usos have. Remember, the Usos have been teaming since they were kids. The chemistry that the Usos have is virtually unmatched. We saw that. The New Day, another team that people would believe have chemistry like no other, they beat with reasonable ease, really. So the Usos are well on top in the Raw Tag Division right now. And he's just brushed off Imperium as if it was nothing.
I mean, it's probably... Oh, no.
Although, Bartel's to the top.
He's playing some mind games already. He knows exactly what he's doing. You mentioned about chemistry. It does help if they are brothers, of course. Which the Usos are. And as you can see, Bartel
he's going to go to the frog
again.
Splash. Frog splash
no.
on Marcel Barthel.
Rope break,
1,
ref.
2.
Rope break, ref.
No rope break. I don't know what you're on about, mate. I don't know what you're on about.
The referee is blind. Here we go. A second splash by the looks of things.
Oh, it's a headbutt.
Headbutt. Wow.
That could knock someone out cold.
You don't see that very often.
No, very unorthodox there by Jimmy Uso. You would think that Jay is the one that is, as I mentioned before, the hothead, but Jimmy there being the one putting in some innovative offense there, as Marcel Barthel is, I'm going to guess, looking for a tag, or
He's
not.
Not going to take it though, by the looks of things. He's going to try and do it all himself.
I mean, Eichner did take a lot of damage at the start of this matchup.
I mean, the general manager, he's telling Bartel to tag in. He's telling Bartel, which I'm going to think is going to happen now. What is he doing?
I think that headbutt's really rocked Bartel. I don't think he knows roughly where he is. As there's another super kick to Bartel. It's going to go for a pinfall. Well. 2, 3! It's 3! It's 3! The Usos win a matchup.
He had his hand on the rope.
No, I don't know what you're on about. He did not have his hand on the ropes whatsoever.
I'm not having that. I'm not having that. He had his hand on the bottom rope, referee.
I have no idea what you are on about, mate. No idea at all.
And as you can see, if Raw wants a cheat to win, then that is fine. Marcel Bartel had his hand on the bottom rope.
And after that monumental victory for the Usos, we are in to the Money in the Bank match that is completely separate to the scoreline. Although the scoreline is 1-1 currently between Raw and SmackDown, this matchup is completely separate. The Money in the Bank is just about these 6 competitors, and the first one is Sheamus.
Sheamus coming from the SmackDown side of things, the first competitor to enter into the Money in the Bank match. He beat Kevin Owens in episode number 2 of SmackDown, picking up that victory. He could potentially be a 2-time Mr. Money in the Bank winner. Will you bank on Sheamus? And continuing from the SmackDown side of things, the fans absolutely love him. They sing his theme tune wherever he goes. He qualified by beating Randy Orton last week on SmackDown. It is none other than the king of strong style, Mr. Shinsuke Nakamura. To finalise the SmackDown competitors, we have got a former Money in the Bank winner. He picked up the Money in the Bank in 2005. It is now 2022. Can he do it 17 years later? It is Mr. RVD. Rob Van Dam himself is in the Money in the Bank match.
And what a competitor. A man that knows the Money in the Bank like the back of his hand. The first of the Raw competitors. Ignore the SmackDown ones. The Raw competitors are here. And the first one is Cedric Alexander, who shocked the world by qualifying for this Money in the Bank match. Can he shock the world twice and actually end up winning the Money in the Bank briefcase and giving himself that opportunity to go for the Universal Championship? Straight Edge. Straight Edge.
Yes, Bragster.
Guess who's got money, 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 and he's going to the moon? It's Cameron Grimes. That's right. Cameron Grimes is here, and he's here to take that briefcase home. If anyone can win the Money in the Bank briefcase, it's the man that's got all the money in the world in Cameron Grimes. And here he is, the man you've all been waiting for. That's right, it's the Bloodline's own Sami Zayn. The crowd have gone absolutely ballistic for Sami Uso. Straight Edge, are you feeling?
Yes,
are you feeling very Usy today?
I'm always feeling very Usy, especially when Sami Zayn is on the screen.
Perfect. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash.
Fingers crossed.
Ooh.
It might be because if it crashes now, what's it like gonna be like in the 8-man match?
I don't know. And here we go. It is began here, and they're all throwing each other to the outside of the ring. What's going on here?
Never seen anything like that before. Sami Zayn, you're the on there.
Come on, Sami!
On this moment.
Come on, Sami! Get a ladder, Sami! Sami and Cedric must have a lot of history with each other backstage because they were just waiting for each other. They didn't even care about the ladders for a second there.
And the only way to win is by being in the middle of the ring, climbing that ladder, containing that briefcase in the hands. It doesn't matter if you are outside the ring, but you can inflict so much damage to make sure that your opponent cannot get up, cannot move, cannot do anything to climb a ladder. So you might think that it is quite good strategism, if that is a word. Quite good strategy. That's what we're going to go with.
You got there eventually.
There we go. We got there eventually, Mr. Journalist. In what they're doing to their opponent, would you think, Bragster?
I mean, yeah, you do have to deal so much damage to your opponent, and the only two really that have been focused on each other since the very beginning is the only two in this match who have actually won the Money in the Bank previously, in Sheamus and RVD. As you see, a lovely DDT there by Sheamus. The two veterans of this matchup have kind of gone at it away from everyone else, really, by the looks of things.
Yeah, and I mean, they know what it takes to win this match. They're the only two that are former Mr. Money in the Bank winners. Sheamus picked up the victory at Money in the Bank in 2013, I want to say. And he cashed in on Roman Reigns at the time, picking up a victory in that 5 minutes and 35 seconds, I want to say what it was. But RVD, one of the most famous cash-ins, he already predetermined his cash-in at ECW's One Night Stand, picking up the victory against John Cena. And boy, if John Cena won that match, would the ECW crowd have rioted? I think that would have been the case.
Yeah, they most definitely would have done. But I don't think, no matter who wins this one, I don't think the crowd are going to go out and riot. There's no one that controversial of a decision in this one, as we are seeing the first goes really to try and grab that briefcase in this matchup. Cameron Grimes currently on the outside of the ring after his attempt, but everyone's just going at it. It's been non-stop action from the very beginning of this one.
Just to note as well, Cameron Grimes, that was a nasty landing to the outside there. But here we go, you can see there that Sami Zayn's just been pulled down from the ladder by Sheamus. RVD's the first one to possibly touch the Money in the Bank briefcase. Yes, he is. Can he do anything to try and secure it into his hands? Oh, down goes RVD from a hit to the back of in the back of RVD. But you can see here that Cedric Alexander...
Go on, Cedric. Go on, Cedric.
Come on.
Is Cameron Grimes helping Cedric Alexander there? What was going on? He gave him a little bit of extra time, but Cedric just didn't take advantage of it and then gets planted on the ladder.
That isn't good. That's going to take its toll on the back, don't you think?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, Cedric Alexander is the underdog in this one. There is no question about it. Every other person in this matchup has history in big money matches, apart from Cedric Alexander. And Cameron Grimes looks like he's going to try and take advantage of everyone on the outside, but he's decided, by the looks of it, to attack as he takes down Shinsuke Nakamura. What a flying manoeuvre by Cameron Grimes.
Why? I don't understand. I really don't understand. Sami Zayn using that ladder to full effect right into the face of Shinsuke Nakamura. And now he's turning his attention over to Cameron Grimes. Down he goes. But Cedric Alexander's going to capitalise. And here we go. Cedric Alexander, Sami Zayn. They're up the ladder. Cameron Grimes gets knocked down. And also Cedric Alexander gets knocked down. Sami Zayn is there.
Sami's been knocked down.
Chaos inside the ring. This could go any way whatsoever.
It really, really could. As RVD and Sheamus yet again are battling it out in this one.
What a power bomb to the outside of the ring from Shinsuke Nakamura. Down goes Sami Zayn. And the two inside now are Cameron Grimes, Cedric Alexander. Two that you might say are the two underdogs inside this match.
As Cameron Grimes has absolutely decimated Cedric Alexander out there. I don't think Cedric has moved since Cameron Grimes did that move on him.
Here we go. You can see on the outside of the ring the two veterans in this match, Sheamus and RVD, battling it out against one another. And Cameron Grimes just putting the ladder to good effect inside the middle of the ring. But Shinsuke Nakamura is there to try and capitalise. But Cameron Grimes, oh, hold on a minute. You can see that Cedric Alexander, camera cuts galore here. Look at that Alabama slam. Down goes Mr. RVD from Sheamus. And as we're talking about that, Cedric Alexander, he's up the ladder. You can see that Shinsuke Nakamura's up the ladder. Cameron Grimes, what are you doing?
Irish goes backbreaker and a bro kick.
Bro kick, down goes Cameron Grimes. What a set of manoeuvres there by Sheamus. Look at how groggy he is in the ring.
What a moment!
Bragster.
What a moment in that Money in the Bank matchup. You got Shinsuke Nakamura and Cedric Alexander falling from the top of the ladder after their little brief encounter at the top, and then you had Sheamus absolutely decimate Cameron Grimes there. What a moment in this Money in the Bank matchup.
And here we go. We're going to start away from square one by the looks of things. All 6 members of this match are inside the ring. Cedric Alexander's the only one who's got the ladder to good effect here, and he uses it to good effect. Down goes RVD. He sets the ladder up. Will we see any superstars climb up? Yes, we do. Oh my God.
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
Taking a horrible little fall there. Unfortunately for him, as it looks like Cameron Grimes is going to feel the force of Sheamus yet again. Oh, that is horrible there on Cameron Grimes. I mean, Cameron Grimes taken so much punishment from Sheamus alone, let alone in the matchup.
And here we go. We've got 2 ladders inside the ring now. One from Shinsuke, one from Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn plants it in the middle. He centres it.
Cedric's just been shot to the outside.
Cedric.
Like a nobody. Cedric Alexander's just been thrown to the outside of the ring.
Power bomb onto the ladder. Down goes Sami Zayn. The veterans are inside the ring
Irish
right now.
curse.
RVD.
Bro kick! Cedric Alexander, look at Cedric Alexander on the table. He's planting down Shinsuke Nakamura. What a matchup right now. And Sheamus.
But you can see that Sheamus is inside the ring. No one is around, but Cedric sees it. What is he doing?
He's on the top. He's on the top of the ladder. And he's flaunted. Sheamus has just flaunted to the mat. I mean, you got to feel the embarrassment radiating off of Sheamus there. That was poor by him as RVD hitting the side of that ladder. That's not going to feel good whatsoever on his aging back.
And you can see at the bottom of the ring right there, at the bottom of your picture, Cameron Grimes. He's been down for a couple of minutes now, aging to his feet right now. And Sami Zayn, on the other hand, on the other side of your screen, they've both gone up at the same side. But you can see that Cedric Alexander of Raw is up. Cameron Grimes tries to make sure that he doesn't become the Money in the Bank winner. What is it going to take to try and get Cedric down?
It's good.
Cedric's climbing.
Ooh.
Oh, powerbomb, down goes Cedric Alexander.
And if you look on the bottom right of your screen there, you can see Shinsuke Nakamura. He's gotten to his feet, but he has not moved really that much.
Oh, what are you doing, Shinsuke? I didn't even notice that. I thought he was one of the commentators.
No, Shinsuke's definitely there. He might be. He's there more physically than mentally, I think, at this stage. As Cameron Grimes and Sheamus, he's gonna do, and he's done it. Backbreaker to Sheamus, payback to Sheamus, and that's gonna absolutely hurt him. As Cedric's now climbed back up to the top of this ladder. But Cameron Grimes, kind of at the moment, the MVP of this matchup, stopping everybody from winning this match. As Cedric Alexander landing on his head. He might have to be checked by doctors here, but it looks like no one cares about Cedric Alexander's well-being as he rolls out to the outside of the ring. Get some doctors there now because he landed on his neck horribly there.
You can see right there, Shinsuke Nakamura back inside the ring. He's had his pep talk from the commentary team, and he's now outside the ring where they're probably gonna have another word with him to find out what is his mentality going into this game. Come on, boys, let's do this for SmackDown. Let's bring the Money in the Bank home. RVD with a nice standing moonsault right there.
But Sami Zayn catching him off guard.
Look at this!
Although Shinsuke now is trying to grab that briefcase. He's getting hit by all angles there and gets taken down by Sheamus. And it seems like the doctors have deemed Cedric Alexander okay to continue in this matchup as he has now returned to the ring and seems to be taking it to Cameron Grimes, who was one of the people that nearly caused that injury to Cedric.
And you can see now we've got Cedric Alexander with the ladder. Oh, he's used it to full effect. Down goes Sami Zayn. What a nice German suplex that was by Cameron Grimes. The aim of the game is to climb that ladder, make sure that you get that briefcase. And that is potentially what Cameron Grimes is going to do. He sets it up, plants it in the middle. Yes. What a big boot there by Sami Zayn. No thank you, said Sami Zayn. This is my Money in the Bank briefcase.
It seems quite a common occurrence in this matchup that the Raw superstars are trying to stay in that ring. They seem to have built up some sort of strategy of staying in the ring as much as possible and giving themselves as many opportunities to climb that ladder as possible. Whereas the SmackDown superstars seem to like using the outside of the ring and the weapons that are there to their arsenal.
They do indeed. As you can see, Shinsuke, he's taunting to the fans. I mean, you need to climb the ladder. Don't climb the second turnbuckle, for God's sake. This is what you need to be doing. Shinsuke Nakamura, can we potentially be seeing it? Mr. Money in the Bank winner. Possibly. Come on, let's do this.
All of the SmackDown superstars are currently in the ring trying to get that briefcase, and it seems like Cedric Alexander is the other man in this situation, as he almost is the odd one out.
Down goes Cedric Alexander.
Kinshasa.
Crimson Mask to Cedric, and again to open that already opened wound to the side of the head. But Shinsuke Nakamura climbs the ladder. RVD sees it. There's going to be a battle at the top of this ladder. You can see here.
This is not good.
Oh my God.
This has been brutal in this matchup, and Cedric Alexander being thrown to the outside of the ring. Cedric has taken so much punishment. Remember, he nearly had to be pulled from this matchup because of an injury that thought to be sustained in this matchup. As Sami Zayn is refusing to quit right now at the top of this ladder. He's trying to unhook the briefcase, but seems to be having a lot of trouble there. And that's a brilliant move by Cedric Alexander. But Shinsuke eventually, finally takes Sami Zayn from the top of that ladder. Sami Zayn had far too much time on the ladder there to try and win that match. I'm surprised no one got him down sooner.
And to be honest, he's done quite a bit for his other competitors there. He's tried to release as much as possible from that Money in the Bank. He got all the way up until the third rung. So could it be a detriment to his success in climbing the ladder at that time? Oh, a nice manoeuvre there from Sheamus. Shinsuke Nakamura climbs the ladder once again. Can we potentially see Shinsuke Nakamura become Mr. Money in the Bank?
A lovely double team move there on RVD by Cameron Grimes and Sami Zayn, while Sheamus was taking it to Shinsuke. But again, Shinsuke does not want to go from the top of this ladder. But these two have history. Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura on top of this ladder. Remember, Shinsuke's first match in the WWE was against Sami Zayn, and he's gotten the better of Sami Zayn yet again there on top of the ladder.
They did indeed, yeah. NXT, the glory days of NXT, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn, one of the greats in NXT history. And you can see there, it's taken 3 men to try and get the ladder away from Shinsuke.
Oh!
Oh!
Sami Zayn has just gone down on that ladder awfully. And then Shinsuke Nakamura falling from the briefcase on top of Cedric Alexander. I really feel bad for Cedric here. The doctors have got to be on standby for the end of this matchup because Cedric is not in a good way right now.
There we go, Cedric to full effect. The ladder into the head of Shinsuke Nakamura. And what's he going to do right now? Cedric's got a plan. Oh, out of the ring goes Shinsuke. Out of the ring goes Cedric Alexander. But you can see here, Mr. RVD climbing the top rope.
5-star!
Could we
5-star!
Yes, we do. A 5-star frog splash to Cameron Grimes. If this was a pinfall victory, then Rob Van Dam would win it. But unfortunately, he's got to climb that ladder to secure the victory inside this match. And a bro kick to the ladder. Sheamus takes a bro kick all the way to the ladder for Cedric Alexander. My God, how is he still standing?
I don't think Cedric is standing by choice. I think it is just human nature at this point to stay on his feet. I don't think he knows where he is whatsoever. Most people would wait for someone to be available to be kicked in the face. But no, Sheamus decided to just do it anyway, despite Cedric having a ladder in front of him. That was incredible there, as Sheamus has Shinsuke at the outside of the ring.
Outside of the ring.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. I don't know if Shinsuke is going to manage to get back into this matchup, as
Cedric is there.
Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is there.
Of all people, Sami Zayn, of course.
Oh no! It's a suplex.
Opportunity.
Cedric.
Outside the ring.
I don't think Cedric is going to be okay. I really don't. Cedric is not in a good way whatsoever right now. And Sheamus is not letting him up. He's actually
but look at
taking
this.
to him
RVD, he is clear of the field. You can see RVD. But who is this? Cameron Grimes is coming into the ring. Sami Zayn is back up also.
What a move.
A rolling thunder all the way from the top of the ladder. My gosh. And Shinsuke, he is upstanding. Look at that.
How in the world is Shinsuke and Cedric Alexander standing still in this matchup? I have no idea. That's a ripcord knee there to Sami Zayn by Cameron Grimes. I truly will say this. On the Raw side, Cameron Grimes seems to be carrying this right now. He seems to be stopping every superstar from climbing that ladder and getting that briefcase. It's been an incredible performance here.
You can see the blood running down the face of Sheamus right there. I must have been unaware of Sheamus getting busted open earlier on. But you can see that we've got 5 superstars inside the ring. Sami Zayn is the only competitor outside, but he is teetering right now. This is an absolutely awesome match.
Oh, Kinshasa!
Oh!
So Cedric Alexander, this poor man, has been absolutely abused in this matchup and just thrown to the outside of the ring yet again. We said he was the underdog to begin with, but this really would be the underdog story if Cedric Alexander somehow manages to win this matchup from here.
Yeah, you're right. You can see a familiar thing happening at the right of your picture. Cedric Alexander down and out for the count for the looks of it. But look at that. What a move there by RVD from a standing position. And we're going to possibly see it again. Can we see
5-star
frog splash? Yes, we do. Sheamus brings the ladder back inside the ring. Can we potentially get that ladder hoisted in the middle of the ring?
There's the backbreaker.
Backbreaker into the bro kick. Oh my God, Sheamus with the bro kick once again. RVD, my gosh.
And somehow, we know we keep saying this, Cedric Alexander is to his feet and in the middle of this ring. He's defying everyone's expectations right now.
Cedric Alexander is not a quitter, and to be honest, Bragster, he has done Raw pretty proud already. I must admit, he was possibly going to be the laughing stock, as you will, inside this match, but he has made sure that he can run with the big boys. He could potentially pick up that briefcase, and what a valiant briefcase holder he could potentially be.
Yeah, I think he got booed to the ring due to his affiliation with the Hurt Business at the start of this matchup. But as this matchup is going on, you can hear the crowd slowly but surely getting to their feet for Cedric Alexander. And the only two men in the ring right now is Cameron Grimes and Sheamus. Everyone else is battling it out.
You can see that Cameron Grimes is trying to pick up the ladder, but for some reason he's not doing it. I'm not too certain why, but Sheamus, to full effect, them right arms are going into the brain of Cedric, not Cedric Alexander, going into the brain of Cameron Grimes, and look at that, the head into the top turnbuckle, and he's already been checked out by doctors, as you'd already said, but what is going to happen right now? A concussion probably on its way. Sheamus is teetering. What is he looking for?
Irish curse, and you know what that means. Bro kick to Cameron Grimes.
What a match this is turning out to be. Unbelievable. I
have to say, despite all the punishment he has taken in this matchup, he has dealt far more than anybody else has Sheamus. He has been the standout for SmackDown in this matchup.
And as you can see, Cameron Grimes, he's looking a little bit groggy. He's now gone outside of the ring where Shinsuke Nakamura awaits him. Sami Zayn's outside the ring also. Two superstars are inside the ring. You've got Cedric Alexander, you've got Rob Van Dam. I mean, we must be coming to the beginning of the end right now because all of these are absolutely fatigued. But it shows you what a prize it is on the line. The Money in the Bank briefcase is up for grabs and everyone wants to become Mr. Money in the Bank.
They really do. None of these men have any quit in them whatsoever. Every time you think someone's down and out, they're taking someone down. Like Cameron Grimes is taking Sheamus down there. And Sami Zayn is to the top of the ladder. It feels like ages since we've had someone actually manage to get to the top of the ladder and grab that briefcase.
And here we go. What's Sheamus going to do right now? Sheamus. Up goes Cameron Grimes.
And Shinsuke! Shinsuke to the outside of the ring.
Oh, that is not the first time that's happened today. The crowd are chanting, this is awesome. Yes, it is. RVD climbs the ladder. It looks like it's in an awkward position. It's not in the middle just about, but it's in a position where he can actually get to grips with the ladder and the briefcase. Oh my god.
And Cedric Alexander single-handedly actually pushing that ladder down to the ground and stopping RVD becoming Mr. Money in the Bank once again. And just look at all the blood on everyone in this ring right now. There is just blood absolutely everywhere across the ring and across the faces of all these men in this matchup. As RVD is to the top of this ladder yet again. I thought he was going to attack somebody, but Cameron Grimes manages to push him off the ladder.
I mean, Sami Zayn to the bottom of your pitch has been down and out for about 2 minutes right now.
Cave in by Cameron Grimes on Sheamus. I think these two really don't like each other. They built up a hatred in one matchup as Sheamus and Cameron Grimes because they have been non-stop going at one another during this matchup.
And what's he doing again? Oh my god, 2 manoeuvres to good effect. Cameron Grimes, the only man standing inside this ring, and you can see the body is taking its toll climbing that ladder. You're going to be seeing that a lot as this match goes along, but you can see Cameron Grimes is at the top. The following pack are trying to chase the wolf right now.
And Sami Zayn is literally punching over and over and over again on Cameron Grimes, and it was Sheamus's punch actually that stopped Cameron Grimes from going further up, but he gets planted to the bottom of the mat. And look at Shinsuke's face right there. Shinsuke's face I think it's unrecognisable. It's just blood everywhere right now. And Sami Zayn is trying to open him up a little bit more there with the punches to the head.
We brought a second ladder into the fray right now. Cedric Alexander, how he's still standing, I do not know. How all of these men are still standing, I do not know. As Rob Van Dam once again goes to the top of the ladder. You can tell the athleticism in Rob Van Dam is going full effect. You noticed how steadily Cameron Grimes tried to get to the top of that ladder, but Rob Van Dam, the quickness, even though he is quite a veteran here in the WWE, he has got all the will about him to try and climb that ladder as quickly as possible. As down goes Sheamus, planting him down. Shinsuke Nakamura, look at that. You can see the red bar over Shinsuke Nakamura's head, but look at this. Shinsuke Nakamura,
on his own.
The only person inside this ring, goes to the
Sami
top
Zayn is
of the
trying
ladder.
to come into the ring now to try and stop him.
Oh!
Sami Zayn does manage to stop him, actually. Oh, no. Not to Shinsuke. Not to Shinsuke again. Oh!
Oh, my gosh. And Cedric Alexander's the only man in the ring. Cedric Alexander's the only man in the ring.
He needs to reposition the ladder. He needs to reposition the ladder. He has repositioned the ladder. He's got to climb it. He does climb it. Cameron Grimes is taking down Sami Zayn. Cedric
Alexander is the only man in the ring.
The underdog. The underdog is possibly going to win it, but it's Rob Van Dam. Is that the experience there from Cedric Alexander on show when he didn't know how to finish it and he's going to get punished by Sheamus, who takes him down to the mat, and that is going to hurt so much there to Cedric Alexander, as if he wasn't hurting already.
Rob Van Dam to the top of the ladder right now. Can we unbuckle the Money in the Bank
He might be able to. RVD!
He's got two!
RVD! RVD has done it! RVD! Mr. Money in the Bank!
Money in the Bank winner! SmackDown have the Money in the Bank briefcase. Unbelievable. What a match that was, Bragster.
That was an incredible matchup. And I mentioned the experience there from Cedric Alexander that stopped him from winning that matchup. The experience from RVD was on show. Everyone else was distracted, and he climbed that ladder and grabbed that briefcase. RVD is your Mr. Money in the Bank. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know if any of you have managed to recover from that matchup, but we're only halfway through the pay-per-view Straight Edge, and we're here now for the two mid-card champions to face off against one another. And here's SmackDown's United States champion.
That is right. What a match that was. The Money in the Bank is over on SmackDown. You will see that over on my channel. But enough about that. We are going head to head. Once again, it is SmackDown versus Raw. Currently, as things stand, it is 1-1 with a dubious decision in the tag team match. And Cesaro is going to try and get one up on Raw. And he's going to try and get one up on Johnny Gargano in this match. Stay tuned as the United States champion faces off against the Intercontinental champion.
And here he is, the Rebel Heart himself, the heart of Raw, in Johnny Gargano. He's still repping the way for just a little while longer, just to show that they are still in his heart despite not being on Raw. But here is your Intercontinental champion, Johnny Gargano, who won an incredible Battle Royal to become Intercontinental champion. I mean, he managed to get through 5 incredible superstars over on Raw. He's just got to get through one more in Cesaro. And here we go, the crowd are chanting Johnny Wrestling. The crowd are on Johnny Gargano's side in this one. And we've said this before, Straight Edge, but this is very much a 50-50 contest.
This is indeed a 50-50 contest, potentially the match stealer of the night. Two behemoths going off against one another. They all know and they all love wrestling, and they are two of the best wrestlers in the business. As Cesaro goes to the top rope, an unfamiliar territory, but what a splash down to the mat goes Cesaro. That's got to take it out of Johnny Gargano.
Oh, massively. The strength here from Cesaro is just... This is what is going to make Cesaro stand out to Johnny Gargano. It's really a test of styles. Cesaro's strength to Johnny Gargano's speed. And right now, Cesaro is all over Johnny Wrestling.
This is why Cesaro is our United States Championship. He picked up United States Champion, sorry. He picked up the United States Championship in episode number 1. It was the first match that you saw in a 6-man battle royal, which featured Karrion Kross, King Corbin, Sheamus, Jinder Mahal, and the Mr. Money in the Bank winner, Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, to get through those competitors is just an incredible feat. And it was the same for Johnny Gargano, getting through the likes of Ricochet, LA Knight, his best friend Tommaso Ciampa, Santos Escobar, and also Cameron Grimes in his Battle Royal. So both of these guys won their respective championships the exact same way through a Battle Royal. So you wouldn't say that either have more experience at the moment in singles matches.
No, you're right there, and I do love the fact that you've done an NXT alumni battle royal to determine who was going to be your Intercontinental Champion over on Raw, of course.
Yeah, we are the land of opportunity over on Raw, as you saw with our Money in the Bank competitors, especially with Cedric Alexander, who shone so much in that matchup, and we decided to give the opportunity to someone to win a mid-card title that hasn't been given that opportunity so far, and Johnny Gargano was that man, as now the tables have turned and it looks like Cesaro's on the back foot right now. Such a lovely TDT right there on Cesaro by Johnny Wrestling.
A springboard DDT from the second rope. Johnny Wrestling is definitely back into this fight.
I mean, we say that and Cesaro immediately turns the tables. It really is such a back and forth contest, as this is the Gargano escape. It's the Gargano escape on Cesaro. Can he tap out? Can he make Cesaro tap out and make it 2-1 to Raw? Is he going to do it?
He's in the middle of the ring. Come on, Cesaro.
No, he let it go, and he's going to go for a pinfall instead. He can notice Cesaro fading. Maybe a pinfall's here, and it's free! It's a squash!
No!
Johnny Gargano has just decimated Cesaro with almost ease there, and there's the arrogance right there by Johnny Wrestling. But
wow, I did not expect that.
What is going to happen here? Johnny's offered his hand. And that's what you love to see, a sign of respect from two of the best in the business. That was a brilliant, brilliant matchup between those two. And here we go, Straight Edge. The final time we're going to see the champions from Raw and the champions from SmackDown battle it out. It is time to showcase the top women on both brands. And here is the SmackDown Women's Champion.
It is indeed Ronda Rousey making her way to the ring, trying to make it 2-2 on the night. I mean, Cesaro, what do we do? Cesaro did not have the best of showings against Johnny Gargano just a moment ago. But Ronda Rousey, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion. She's a SmackDown Women's Champion for a reason. She's beaten near enough every single woman on our brand. And can she go one step further and try and gain some brand supremacy for SmackDown?
I don't think Straight Edge needs reminding, but I'm going to remind him anyway. When Becky Lynch takes this home, when the man takes this home for Raw, it'll be game, set, match in terms of Survivor Series, and Raw will win the pay-per-view. And I've got to warn you, Straight Edge, Becky Lynch squashed Ronda Rousey's best friend, Shayna Baszler.
He did indeed, but it's a different kettle of fish now. She's gone up in leagues right now, and she's facing off against the baddest woman on the planet in Ronda Rousey.
This is a pay-per-view main eventer if I've ever seen one. Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch. I mean, people have been clamoring for this matchup for ages. People thought we were going to get it at WrestleMania, but Charlotte Flair was put in there. And we're finally getting the singles match between these two.
And we certainly should have got this match at WrestleMania indeed. At the time, the two toughest women on the roster, and arguably now still the toughest women 3 years released. And Ronda Rousey, an armbar already. The ropes used to good effect. And Becky Lynch. I mean, this is literally the battle of the armbars, don't you think, Bragster?
Oh, massively, massively. I mean, these two have perfected the armbars, and in very different ways as well. As Ronda's actually attacking the arm there of Becky Lynch. I know I mentioned the fact that she squashed Shayna Baszler, but the difference here is Ronda Rousey has a lot more experience than Shayna Baszler does, especially in a WWE ring.
A former Olympian, a gold medalist in her own right. She is a Royal Rumble winner. She has won multiple women's championships in such a short career here in the WWE. And she's going to try and take one for the team and bring another one home to SmackDown to make it 2-2 on the night as we go into the final match of the evening, hopefully.
Well, that is what you are hoping for certain, as Becky Lynch right now is taking it to Ronda Rousey. Although Ronda is managing to get back into this one, this is a lot more competitive, probably the most competitive match that Becky Lynch has been in so far. Becky Lynch has managed to whistle past her opponent on the way to getting that Raw Women's Championship. And yeah, she's not going to be used to this. There's a wonderful exploder suplex there.
And it's not even a count of one, unfortunately, for you, Bragster. Becky Lynch releases before the count of one, trying to inflict more pain onto Ronda Rousey, which she is doing, but we do not want that on the SmackDown side of things. We need Ronda Rousey to turn the tables, in which she tries to.
That was lovely there by Becky Lynch, turning the tables on Ronda Rousey. Every time Ronda is trying to get back into this matchup, Becky Lynch is just taking her to the ground and just destroying her, really. And Ronda right now, with a lovely punch there, is having to play a little bit dirty to get back into this one.
Kick out at one there from Becky Lynch. Ronda Rousey closer than ever to try and get a successful pinfall right there. But you can see here she's trying to teeter with the legs right now. What are we going to look at for right here? Is it Piper's Pit? Are we going to be seeing Piper's Pit? Yes, we are. Is this the beginning of the end? Can we potentially see the armbar locked in? The armbar is locked in the centre of the ring. Becky Lynch cannot do anything whatsoever. The referee's calling for the Becky Lynch to tap, of course.
No.
Could this be the end of it? No, it doesn't look like it, but Becky Lynch has wiggled her way out of it, and the match continues. That was a precarious position for you to be in, Bragster.
I did not like that one bit, but I do always believe in Becky Lynch.
Manhandle slam. What are we going to see right there?
And here,
and now Becky Lynch
is the disarmer. Here we go on to Ronda Rousey. Can Becky Lynch make Ronda Rousey tap? That's what we all want to see. We want to see Ronda Rousey tap.
We do not want to see this. Oh, I'm so glad that she wriggled her way out of that, near enough into the centre of the ring. The same mirror image of what happened to Becky Lynch just a moment ago. But the match does continue, and the heightened drama will continue also.
Yeah, these two women are the two baddest in WWE, and they are absolutely taking it to one another. As you said, the masters of the armbar, both getting out of one another's armbar as well. As Ronda's finally managed to find an opening there on Becky Lynch, but Becky Lynch immediately taking advantage and getting momentum in her favour yet again. This is brilliant by Becky Lynch.
And you can notice at the bottom left of your screen, the torso of Ronda Rousey is in a bad situation. This isn't good for Ronda Rousey, but we still believe here on the blue brand that Ronda Rousey can bring it home. Ronda Rousey, Irish whip. You can see there a nice right hand to the head of Becky Lynch, and out of the ring she goes. Pinfalls, submissions, countouts.
She can't go for a count-out victory.
She can, if it means that we are going to bring another victory over to the SmackDown brand. Win by all means necessary, we are telling Ronda Rousey.
You cannot be that cheap. Raw would never be that cheap.
We do not want to lose this brand supremacy that we have got here. We do not want to lose it. As both women are on the outside the ring, you can see that the referee is counting right now into the steel steps as that torso, as before mentioned, to good effect. Down goes Ronda Rousey. And you were mentioning Too cheap, you say? Becky Lynch is
Too
happy to
cheap?
continue
No,
counting.
no. See, of course not. Look, Becky Lynch is not going to be that cheap. He's going to instead go onto the outside of the ring and deal more damage.
And they are on the outside of the ring. Referee still counting. The count has been verified. And Ronda Rousey, a nice takedown there. Right hand to good effect into the head of Becky Lynch. We need to try to get our opponent inside the ring. But here we go. You can see it once again.
Piper's
Oh, down goes Becky Lynch. Inflicting so much pain on Becky Lynch. Come on, Ronda. Keep on it. Keep on it. We can potentially take this count-out victory if you do move inside the ring.
Don't take the victory. Don't take the count-out victory. It's so cheap, Ronda.
This isn't looking good.
It's so cheap.
This isn't looking good. Both women are outside
No
the
way.
ring.
What's going on here?
What is going on? What is going on?
9.
We're at a count of
Come
9.
on, Becky.
No.
No, Becky.
No.
Becky.
Done it.
What have you done? Becky. Because it's not cheap. That's why she doesn't want to take the cheap victory against Ronda Rousey. Ronda would have taken that, but instead Becky Lynch is doing this for the people.
She has saved SmackDown from losing this Survivor Series war. Thank you, Becky Lynch. What a bad decision that was going to be for you.
I don't think so. I think Becky Lynch wanted this match done fair and square. That is the Raw way, is to do things fair and square. And she wants the pride of tapping out Ronda Rousey. But Ronda manages to get to the ropes.
Come on. Come on, Ronda. You can see it. A manhandle slam once again. Down to the ground.
Pin Ronda Rousey. 1, 2, and 3. And Becky Lynch wins it for Raw. That is right. Becky Lynch pinning Ronda Rousey, realising that Ronda's ring awareness will put her too close to those ropes. And we saw it in the last match. Could we see another handshake here between the two baddest women in WWE? You see it right there. A lovely show of respect between Raw and between SmackDown. Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. Championes, champions, ole, ole, ole. And here we go, the main event, the traditional Survivor Series elimination matchup. And Raw have already won this, haven't they, Straight Edge?
They have indeed, but it doesn't matter because we are playing for pride right now here on the Blue Brand. We captained Rey Mysterio inside this traditional 4-on-4 match. He is the captain of SmackDown. He's handpicked his opponents. Bragster does not know who the opponents are. You guys don't know who the opponents are that he has picked. But Rey Mysterio has got some good allies to try and get some kind of... Let's see if we can get a victory to close Survivor Series. Rey Mysterio captaining SmackDown, but who is his allies on his team?
What pathetic wrestlers have you got? Oh no.
We have got none other than the #1 picked draft pick in the recent draft that we did. The Rated R Superstar is none other than Edge, a former tag team champion, a former Intercontinental champion, a former WWE champion, and a former Mr. Money in the Bank winner. He has won it all in his career. Can he potentially pick up bragging rights? We're not doing bragging rights, unfortunately. We are picking up pride right now. Edge, unfortunately, didn't get that close to win the WWE Championship in episode #1 in that triple threat match with Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre, but he's doing it for SmackDown. He's doing it for pride. Edge is in Team SmackDown.
Okay, I saw your draft. You can't have that many great people on your roster. I recognise that music. Oh no. Oh.
And we have got someone who has not featured yet for SmackDown. It was our last pick inside the draft. It is none other than the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. And I am not going to talk like Paul Heyman. I cannot do Paul Heyman's voice, but it has got a little bit messy here in terms of the meat on your screen. Brock Lesnar is on Team SmackDown.
Okay. You've got a great, but surely you got to have a weak person in this team somewhere. Oh no, you got one of my favourites. Brilliant. Okay.
Our fourth and final member. He failed at picking up the United States Championship. He failed at picking up the WWE Championship. He even failed at becoming a competitor in the Mr. Money in the Bank match. But he's going to turn all them failures into success and try to give us some victory here on the blue brand. We're playing for pride. Kevin Owens is our final member of Team SmackDown, and what a team it is. Rey Mysterio has brought in the best that SmackDown has got. Can we pick up a victory against Bragster's Raw?
Right, you mentioned having the best, and I mean, what's better than the best? It's having your team be phenomenal. That's right. The phenomenal one. AJ Styles is the first member of Team Raw. I mean, you don't quite get much better than that, do you? And here is the GOAT himself. He didn't manage to capture the Universal Championship. Instead, that went to Keith Lee. But this man, the Tribal Chief, did not get pinned or submitted in that matchup. So he is here to almost take out his anger on SmackDown. That is right. Our Tribal Chief himself, Roman Reigns, is here to issue out some pain. Another man that was in that triple threat matchup for the Universal Championship. Unfortunately, this man did get pinned in that matchup by Keith Lee. It is Seth frickin' Rollins. The Visionary himself is going to try and right the wrong from earlier in the week and get another victory for Raw right here. And the final man for Team Raw, we haven't seen him yet in this universe mode. He's been training for this moment. It is Big E. That's right, Big E is finally here. And he's here at Survivor Series, taking that manta for Team Raw. And I've mentioned to Straight Edge before there would be an announcement. Any survivors for Team Raw will battle it out for that number 30 spot. So trust me, all these members of Team Raw want to win it.
We kick off right now our main event. Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles inside the ring in this traditional 4-on-4 elimination match.
Yeah, this is a stacked matchup for sure. Every single superstar around this ring has held a world championship. That should tell you how bloody brilliant all of these competitors are, and there will be no quitting them. So expect to be here for a while, unless, but luckily, AJ Styles did manage to kick out of that one.
I mean, I'm trying to do the maths in my head, and Brock Lesnar, I think he's got about 7 world championships. Edge, I want to say he's on about 11 or 12 in total, including the World Heavyweight Championship, of course. Roman Reigns, I think he's on 6. You've got Seth Rollins on 3, but we're near enough had an elimination there. But Big E drifted the pinfall away to try and get some momentum going back over to the red side of things, because it's all been about Rey Mysterio. And Rey Mysterio, in fact, is the captain of Team SmackDown here. He picked up a monumental victory to become the Team SmackDown captain, picking up a victory against none other than Braun Strowman in that David and Goliath match in the last episode of SmackDown.
And here comes the Tribal Chief himself. He's into this matchup. AJ Styles is hurting a little bit there. But Rey Mysterio, you mentioned he is the captain. He started off this matchup very, very well for you.
He has indeed, yeah, and it's all about how quick he is. He's got a load of strength as well. And people were questioning about the size of the competitor, Rey Mysterio. Someone that size should never be world champion. He's become the world heavyweight champion. He's become the WWE champion on multiple occasions. And he can fight it out against these bigger guys, shall we say. and he's holding his own because he's not actually tagged in anyone yet. He's been in from the start of this match, and a nice drop kick that did not do anything to the Tribal Chief whatsoever.
No, the Tribal Chief, a lovely little cheap shot there. Comes in, does a couple of cheap shots to Rey Mysterio and leaves. As Seth there ran to Rey to try and pin him, try and take an early pinfall and take a competitor out of this matchup in Rey Mysterio, but that didn't manage to happen.
And I must admit, Bragster, at the time of recording, we are 1 day removed from the 10-year anniversary of the debut of the Shield, where Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns made their name.
Yeah, they have a lot of chemistry together. They know each other inside and out in that ring. 2. Oh, I thought that was going to be 3 there. An early warning sign there for SmackDown.
There looks like there's some team unity here on the Raw brand, but it doesn't look like we've got enough on the SmackDown side of things. It looks like that we're all a bunch of individuals, where I mentioned AJ Styles, a former tag team champion. We've got Big E, a former tag team champion as well, and also Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have become tag team champions in their own right as part of the Shield. As we are going to see the 3 amigos from Rey Mysterio right here, right now. Can we see the third? Yes, we do. An homage to Eddie Guerrero, who we lost 17 years ago this month.
Yeah, a lovely little homage there by Rey Mysterio, which is absolutely lovely to see. And as you mentioned before, Rey still hasn't tagged out this matchup. He's managed to take it to AJ, managed to take it to Roman, and managed to take it to Seth so far. But unfortunately, those quick tags in and out of this matchup by the Raw side have allowed every time that Rey's actually managed to do something good in this matchup, Rey hasn't been able to pin anybody because he hasn't managed to harken someone down for a long period of time and wear them down enough to eliminate them.
Yeah, and he's the smallest person in this match, but he has got the biggest heart, as he's proved in the past. Can he potentially get an elimination very soon? Here we go. Seth Rollins is his victim, but we're possibly going to go and see our first tag of the evening.
What's going on here?
Side of
the
things.
Tribal Chief taking it to Edge on the outside of the ring. The Tribal Chief, I think, got bored for a second there and decided to batter Edge before going back to his corner, as there's a hot tag there to Kevin Owens while Seth Rollins was showboating a little bit there.
Yeah, and you could see that both Brock Lesnar and Kevin Owens saw the insecurity inside Rey Mysterio's precarious position, and you got there
another hot tag, this time to AJ Styles now. So we've got 2, I was about to say fresh competitors, but AJ's reasonably fresh, but Kevin Owens is fully fresh going into this one. That's the first tag we have seen for SmackDown, but multiple tags we have seen for the Raw brand.
Yeah, AJ Styles, he started off this match with Rey Mysterio. He's gained a little bit more of his composure to try and get some victories here on the belt of Raw, but we're trying not to make that happen, as another tag has happened. Seth Rollins is now into the fray. Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens inside the ring, but Kevin Owens capitalises on that mistake. And it's a tale of 2 reversals by the looks of things. In the middle of the ring right here, what is Kevin Owens going to do? A package powerbomb by the looks of things. Down goes Seth Rollins into the pinfall. Are we going to see our first elimination?
No.
The Tribal Chief breaks it up though. Here we go. Still awaiting our first elimination, where Roman Reigns is going to look at Edge like he's set his eyes on for the whole of this match.
Yeah, Roman Reigns clearly hasn't forgotten his feud with Edge at WrestleMania from not so long ago, because every opportunity he gets, he's trying to track Edge down and basically batter him.
Another tag there to AJ Styles this time. Frequent tags coming from the Raw side of things, and Raw are playing into the hands of their own brand. As you can see, they are more in favour of their way, and a nice stunner. Down goes AJ Styles out of nowhere.
The Tribal Chief
only. Roman Reigns is breaking up absolutely everything. He wants the brand supremacy to be near enough a clean sweep, but we're going to try and make it hard to work for the Raw superstars, as Kevin Owens knocks AJ Styles' head into the top turnbuckle. We are yet to see Edge. We are yet to see the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar. Can we potentially see a tag very, very soon.
Yeah, the only competitor you have not seen yet on the Raw side is Big E. It seems like we're saving Big E up for the end of this matchup. It very much seems like that's part of the game plan right now. As that's a lovely springboard there by AJ Styles. And another tag, this time to Seth Rollins. It very much seems like part of this plan is to have Big E ready and raring to go for the end of this matchup.
And I was going to just mention, where is Roman Reigns? But I could see at the bottom of the screen he was a little bit stunned. I don't know whereabouts he got that from, but the action inside the ring, it's Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins right now.
Ripcord knee!
Nice ripcord knee. Come on, boys.
One. Oh, that's a
early
one
kick count. Wow, I did not expect that.
That was a statement kick out there as we're seeing Big E for the first time in this matchup. As, AJ just planted Edge on his neck there. Any Edge fans are going to be wincing at home because AJ's just taking it to him. And, I mean, that's not what you want to see, is it, Straight Edge, for your brand?
It's not, especially when that's the second time that Edge has been in that position. The first time from Roman Reigns, now from AJ Styles. Down goes Big E. And can we get some momentum? Like I said, we have yet to see Brock Lesnar and Edge inside this match. But Kevin Owens is going to the top of the rope right now.
And Seth Rollins managing to take it out. And in comes Ray.
Surprise choice there.
Yeah.
A surprise choice, because I would have thought that Brock Lesnar would have been the more suitable potential opponent up against Big E here. But we've got another pinfall taking down Big E. No members of Raw coming to his aid. They must have seen that Big E was going to kick out at an early stage in that pinfall.
Yeah, Big E hasn't been in this matchup very long, and it seems like there's a lot of faith amongst this Raw side. They very much seem to have a lot of chemistry with one another and trust one another as well, which is essential, really, in this matchup.
Rey Mysterio from over halfway inside the ring with the cover.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought that was our first elimination there. The springboard maneuver from Rey Mysterio. Down to the mat goes Big E. And what are we seeing right now? Head scissors takedown. Round and round you go,
count
AJ
them,
Styles.
Ref, count them. They've been in the ring for more than 5 seconds. Corrupt refereeing there.
And Rey Mysterio on the front foot right now against Big E. What are we now going to see? We're going to go up to the ropes, top turnbuckle. This time down you go, Big E. Rey Mysterio, he is definitely doing wonders in this match right now.
Oh, massively. Big E's not in the best way at all. And a little bit of ring rust maybe for Big E. Big E hasn't really shown himself so far in this universe mode. And since he's been in this ring, he hasn't managed to get any offense in whatsoever. It's been a very poor showing for Big E. As I thought Seth was going to stop Rey Mysterio there.
Folk splash. Come on, Rey. First elimination on the belt.
And AJ Styles managing to stop that right there. Which is great to see. Big E needs to get out of this ring and fast right now, as AJ seems to be taking it to Rey Mysterio. He needs to get out the ring. He does get out the ring. But Big E's still down. And oh no.
Here we go. It's what we all wanted to see. The meat of this. Brock Lesnar versus Big E. What is going to happen? We're going to wait a long time for it to happen, because these two men know each other like the back of their hands. They've battled one another countless times. Roman Reigns picking up the majority of the victories against Brock Lesnar. But there's only one victory that matters here today, and it is in this 4-on-4 elimination match. Who will pick up the first elimination? Can we potentially get Brock Lesnar picking up that victory? Who knows? But it looks like that we're going to try and tag another person in, possibly, or are we going to try and inflict some more pain onto Roman Reigns?
Brock is taking it to Roman right now. Roman's not in the best of ways, but as we all know, Roman can get back into matchups very, very quickly. But this is Brock Lesnar we are talking about. This is the Beast incarnate. He's been in this ring so many times, but the one thing he's never really done is tag team wrestling, which is something that Roman Reigns does have under his belt.
And I mean, with Brock Lesnar, if you go to his earlier career in the OVW days, he was as part of a tag team with Shelton Benjamin. I want to say they were called the Minnesota, I can't remember what they were called, but they were the Minnesota something. So you're going back around about 22 years, and since Brock Lesnar was part of a tag team. So yeah, the ring rust of a tag team wrestler that Brock Lesnar used to be will come to full effect as we see 3 German suplexes down to the mat. Goes Roman Reigns.
This is not good for Roman Reigns and the Tribal Chief.
Could we potentially see our first pinfall victory as the elimination occurs in the middle of the ring? Down. Oh, what is happening? The referee's having a mare.
Lovely stuff by Big E.
He saw that Big E was going to come and intervene, but that did not do anything for SmackDown, unfortunately.
Taking it to Brock Lesnar there. That's what you love to see. And Raw are back on top. Brock Lesnar had a little brief moment on top, but now the Tribal Chief is able to take it to him and ensure that we are the ones that get the first pinfall or submission victory in this matchup.
Brock Lesnar's trying to make sure that that does not occur as he gets out of that tricky situation that he was just in. Brock Lesnar in the middle of the ring, planting Roman Reigns. Can we potentially see a tag?
There is a tag.
Kevin Owens is in the fray right now. We are still yet to see the Rated R Superstar Edge, our #1 draft pick from the whole of SmackDown, as Kevin Owens sets up once again.
Roman's reversed it though, which is awesome to see. Roman Reigns, the ring veteran right now, senses he's in a little bit of trouble and tags in his former tag team partner in Seth Rollins, who's going to go for the curb stomp, and he gets the curb stomp. Kevin Owens is not in a good way. He's been busted open. The referee's having a mare yet again. The referee doesn't know what to do in this matchup. He can't keep up.
There is too many competitors inside the ring. The referee has been lenient in terms of the pinfalls that have been broken up, but I think the referee is trying to cut back on that as it looked like that Kevin Owens was going to be eliminated at that present moment. But we're going to be seeing it, and an electric chair drop once again from
Roman
Seth
Reigns busted
Rollins
open Rey Mysterio on the outside of the ring as well there. And you've got to remember as well, Roman Reigns has history with all 4 men on the SmackDown side. So don't be surprised if the SmackDown superstars are going out of their way to take it to the Tribal Chief.
Yeah, and as you can see, Brock Lesnar looks like that he was trying to get in some kind of 4 corners match. He can't get a tag on that side of the ring, unfortunately, but he has positioned himself into a good position right now as Kevin Owens goes to the top of the turnbuckle. Oh, down goes Kevin Owens, and we're going to possibly see our first elimination here. No superstars entering the ring, and there we go. Hold on a minute. What has happened here?
What? No, it's an elimination match.
I thought it was an elimination match.
It is an elimination match. It is an elimination match. The corrupt referee. The corrupt referee.
Like that Team SmackDown, for some reason, has picked up this victory. Wow.
Corrupt refereeing there.
Well, the referee has had a mare there, as we did have under our suspicions that was going to be an elimination match. But albeit, it looks like that Team SmackDown has picked up the victory. It has finished 3-2 on the day, but Team SmackDown get the spoils in the 4-on-4 match. Bragster, what did you think about the pay-per-view?
The pay-per-view was incredible. I mean, the Money in the Bank match was an absolute highlight of the evening. Every single competitor in that one really shone throughout that one, and there's been some questionable decisions by the referees this evening, but luckily the only benefit is the fact that the questionable decisions have also been played to both sides. So it was very even over the course of the evening, but it was Raw that take it home.
Bragster, I'd like to thank you for your time, your commentary, absolutely everything. Thank you very much for everything that you've put in for the last 4 weeks as well. I'm really enjoying this series, and hopefully we can try and get some kind of brand supremacy in making your victory stop right now, because as things stand at the moment, we are going to go back onto our own channels. We're going to go back onto where you can see Raw on Bragster's channel, SmackDown on my channel, StraightEdgeTV, and we will be coming back to you in 4 weeks' time, where we will be trying to figure out who is going to be the Royal Rumble winner, and we will be having the Royal Rumble pay-per-view in just under 4 weeks' time. But Bragster, really appreciate your time, my man. Thank you ever so much for the last couple of hours.
No problem, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure to beat you yet again. And when we head to the Royal Rumble, with Raw having number 30, that Royal Rumble is coming home to Raw as well. Right, so that is it for Survivor Series. Thank you to Straight Edge's SmackDown for turning up and actually giving us a valiant effort there. Remember, it was only 3-2, and SmackDown Superstar in RVD managed to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. So thank you very much for joining us for Survivor Series. Make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and if you're new here, please do subscribe for more stuff like this, because next week we'll be back on Monday Night Raw, the winners of Survivor Series. See ya! That was inevitable, wasn't it? Easy win, easy win.